Hello YouTubers. Well, this is going to be just a short informational video here for a viewer that actually reached out and asked me for some information if I'd be able to help him out with a restoration project that he's doing on one of these old Murray garden tractors. For those of you that don't know or first time watching, this is my old 1979 Murray 1136 lawn and garden tractor. 11 is the horsepower of the Bridge & Stratton motor, and 36 was the size of the 36-inch was the size of the deck, the mowing deck. So what the viewer was asking was how the belt tensioner system for the deck works on these underneath. And actually I had somebody else asking me, I think this past winter, wondering if I could well, just do a little bit of a short video here of some sort. Seems to be a issue a lot of people run into. They can't find information for these old mowers anymore, so I'll do my best to explain here, and I'll go ahead and get down here on my hands and knees and get a shot here of the belt, the mower belt tensioner system. This is the unit here. This is your front drive here, of course, off the crankshaft of the motor there, your front drive pulley. The belts on this one, on this early one, was a 55-inch, what I found seems to work best. An A55 or a 4L550 in a metric size, I guess. What they have here is one flat pulley, or flat face pulley, and one regular V-groove pulley. Now, as you can see, they kind of S-shapes or zigzags in and around this tensioner here. What it is goes feeds into here and then back behind and around on the back side or the flat side of the belt here on the flat side. And then of course it feeds into your one more spindle drive over here, and then there's a drop down pulley with another cross belt that goes over to your other spindle on the other side. Now what the viewer was asking me, I do believe his name was David, and he was asking all the way from Austria of all places. So I guess Murray manufactured and sent these things all over the world, or had plants elsewhere, I don't know where, but I guess they were good at marketing back in the day, and they sold the snot out of these things all over the place, so never know where they'll show up. So, but regardless, we're getting on with it here. What David wanted to know was how my belt tensioner works on here, because he said he had his almost all back together, and the problem he was having is when you engage it or goes tight in the belt, when he went to pull it, disengage it to pull it back in the open position, it wouldn't release or go over center. Now these are an over center system. What I mean by this is you've got your lever here on the side, and when you push it forward, that's what engages. It's an over-centric type system, and then when you pull the lever back, it releases, goes back over center the other way. Now what they have is a spring, a pull spring on the back side here. It's in behind over here. Attaches to the back edge of the tensioner, just behind the pulley here. And it goes across and clips into the deck, the top of the deck. It's a fairly long spring. Now you can use whatever type of pull type automotive spring, and it will work. Now how this mechanism actually works is this plate here has a shoulder that's bent metal shoulder that comes up, and they've got a stud post on there with like a ball socket end, and it has to be in the upward position. And the control rod that runs back here to your lever mechanism over here is just a cotter pin with a hole, and bent. The rod is bent at the end with a cotter pin drilled through it and goes through a hole. And very simple system. He had his all apart to do some work on it, and I guess when he went to put it together, he was telling me he can't figure out now which way, or apparently I guess which way this goes together. They've got a bracket over here underneath that bolts to the under the deck, on top of the deck here. It comes underneath, so this plate swings on top of the other plate. There's just one bolt over here. That's all it is. It's just a back and forth, as you can see. And now what happens is, when you have these apart, you can literally flip this over the wrong way, and if that stud post is down on the bottom and this control rod here is down, it jams up and it won't over center. Same as if you have it, you can accidentally actually turn them around the other way and have that stud post on this side, and it won't work right either. Actually, I think years back, a long time ago, when I was doing a bunch of service work here, I had this all apart as well, and I had put it together backwards, and I couldn't figure out it was doing the same thing. It was jamming up and wouldn't work. So if that's what the problem is, then just assemble it in the way that you see it here, and it should be fine, hopefully. As long as there's nothing else binding up anywheres or jamming. But this is what you have to have. You got to have your V-groove pulley to the front, and the flat pulley here facing towards the back of the tractor. And in this configuration, it'll cycle back and forth, no problem. Like I say, the lever goes forward here. It engages, and the spring is pulling on it constantly. And then when you pull the lever back, like I said, it releases and it goes over centric again, or over center, and then it's locked in the open position. So pretty simple system. No electric clutches, no you know, overly complicated. Just a good straight up simple system for its time. It's obviously it stood the test of time. Obviously it's lasted all these years since 1979 till now, so it's more than proven itself, I guess, over the years. So anyways, hopefully that helps out a couple of viewers that need some information. And well, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you found this handy or even slightly interesting. So anyways, thanks everybody once again for stopping by and checking this out, and we'll see you all in the next one.